It's about upgrading what you're saying to yourself. So before I became this Dr. Cheryl Wood, when I was Cheryl Wood, who was working in a cubicle as a secretary, shuffling papers and answering phones and making $75,000 a year, thinking I was doing something. I'm just saying, sometimes we pat ourselves on our back because we think we're doing something, when really there's so much more that's available for us. When I was in that space and I realized I want to change, I started shifting what I was saying out loud, inside and out loud. You have got to speak life into your own dream, into your own destiny. And sometimes we want everybody else to cheer for us. And we want everybody else to tell us, you can do it, you got this. And that's helpful and that's great. But at the end of the day, there are not always going to be people around cheering for you. You've got to pull out your own pom-pom. You've got to reassure yourself. So I started repeating this affirmation to myself. While I still had my full-time gig, I still had to punch that time clock. Every morning I would wake up. And I would simply, before my feet touched the ground, and I'm still laying in the bed and my eyes open. First of all, I thank God for life and breath in my body. Thank you, God. Oh my God, I have another day to try to get this thing right, to do the thing that really you called me to do. My time ain't up yet. And if my time ain't up yet, that means I still got work to do. So I would thank God. And then I would literally just say, Cheryl, you are a magnet for success. You are a magnet for wealth. You are a magnet for all things that are abundant and prosperous. Cheryl, somebody somewhere in the world is waiting on you to show up. Greatness is waiting. And you know what I would do after I would say that mantra to myself out loud? Like out loud so I could hear it and receive it back. I would burst out laughing. You know why?
See me over here struggling.
Because I still had to get up and get dressed and go to a job that I didn't love.
What's going on, good people? Martina, Britt, Yelverton here. We are just about to go live. I'm just giving you a backstage view of the struggle I'm having here. I went through all this to hit this green screen, and what is not happening? It's not showing up.
However, what's happening?
Who knew? What's going on, good people? So good to see you, Caressa. So good to see you, Taniki. Hey, Letitia. So good to see all of you.
It's going to believe. It's almost like our kids.
So I just want to give you guys a backstage view.
Everything that I speak into them. They
all this green screen.
They don't reflect it
y'all see that? All this green screen.
When I'm long gone, like your mama
and
used to
ain't none of it showing up on the screen.
That your mama used to always say, yes and yes in the chat. Give me a yes or yes. There's something.
Technology. You gotta love it.
And you just soak it up like a sponge, even though you didn't make those sense to you in that moment when you was that young person, that teenager, that whatever you think she knows she's talking about. But now you got your own crazy kids. I mean, all amazing kids. You know mama was right. And you remembered. Your mind just soaked that up and used it when it needed. It is no different than what you put in, those affirmations. What
you guys come on over
your
to Zoom
mind
if you can.
is preparing to believe
you are enough.
What you keep telling it. That's how the subconscious mind works. The more you tell it something, the more you are reinforcing the belief in it. And when you need it the most, that's when those affirmations show up. Like when you're about to take that big risk.
You are enough virtual conference.
Say, I'm ready to write the book. When you're about to go
you are enough virtual conference. Come over to You Are Enough virtual conference.
The thing is, you go to put the proposal in for that international speaking opportunity. And some of the things you guys posted. As soon as you go to do that thing, everything that you poured in now gets to show up and say, okay, remember, you're scared, but you got it. Yeah, you are destined for greatness.
We know.
But you got this. But you gotta have something. You gotta have something that you can
good morning.
Off of, right? You gotta have fuel in the tank so that your mind has something to go and grab.
She speaks all to your inner everything. Dr. Cheryl Wood is no joke.
No, don't do it.
Guys, you all to come over to You Are Enough conference. Come over to the Zoom if you register and receive. You have a link to come directly into the Zoom. Outside of that, you are available to go to You Are Enough conference and register for today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Somebody somewhere in the world waiting on you to show up. Right? It didn't mean anything to me in that moment because I still had to get up and go to my job.
Come over to the conference and join us.
Because I started saying affirmations, but over the course of 6 months, one day I woke up and I said that affirmation, and what happened was I didn't laugh. That's how I knew something was happening inside of me that I couldn't even tangibly touch yet. Everything I had been speaking into myself, instead of laughing, this time I said the mantra and I gave a rebuttal and I said, well, why not? Why not be smart enough?
Let's see if I can get the
resourceful enough. I might not have everything in alignment. I might not have all the money I need right now. I might not have all the connections I need right now, but I'm resourceful enough to make those connections. I'm resourceful enough to figure out how to find the money. I'm resourceful
There's
enough
the Facebook group link.
whatever that thing is. But more
Thank you, cousin.
it was simply the
I know the lighting is bad, but I'm not touching no of the air.
anything I put my mind
I actually get a little face over.
You can do. So I love that. Thank you so much to Darius, the professor wise, for helping us to appreciate the value of our thought and how to think yourself into your ideal situation. We're going to keep this thing moving. We have a slight shift. We're going to be moving our speakers up just a little bit, but they're in the wing. They're ready. They're waiting. And so next up, we're going to bring to the stage none other than Martina, Britt, Yelverton. And let me go ahead and make her a co-host so she can turn her camera on. And we're going to keep this thing moving. So there she is. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you here. We are so excited to hear you today. And so Martina, Britt, Yelverton is going to be speaking to us on the topic, you are the answer, but not until you. So sis, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cheryl, and thank you to each and every one of you who have answered your call and answered your assignment on today. I'm looking over here so I can make sure that I get my timer set up, giving you guys what you need during this time. So the one thing I want to open up and say is that whether you guys believe it or not, what you have heard on this morning is what we all needed to hear and what you will be hearing all weekend long. The question is whether or not you are going to believe the answers that you are given, right? Whether you're going to believe the information that you are given. And why do I say this? I'm an informative speaker, and so I'm going to inform you of a few things, and it's really up to you whether or not you receive it. I'm also a workshop speaker, and so I want you guys to work through this with me. Join me on this journey and grab your pencil and write this information down. So I want you to write 2 words, but I want you to write them as 1 word. I want you to write the word belief and use that F to finish the word faith. So BELIEFAITH. Belief with faith using 1 F. And the reason I want you to do this is because these 3 points that I'm going to give you deal with the essence of this word. All right? The first thing I want you to understand is that many of us are operating in our own belief. But the problem is we are operating using the lie in that belief. So next, what I want you to do is I want you to draw an X through the LIE. You guys are believing the lie in belief. And what do you have left? You have B, faith. You have B, faith. Now let me explain why I had you do this. We are programmed, and we are an essence, or we are a substance, or we are the evidence of our own thinking, like you heard Mr. Darius say. When you believe those things, they get ingrained in you. They get down in you. And there's not a whole lot you can do to change the trajectory if you don't know the difference. So we're going to mark an X through the lie and the belief, and we're no longer going to believe the lie, whatever that lie is you're telling yourself, because everybody's lie is different. And we're going to be faith. Now, Hebrews 11:1, it says, now faith is the substance of that which is not seen. Faith is the substance, right? And it's the evidence, right? And what is substance? What is evidence? It's a matter. What is essence? What is substance? What is evidence? It's something there. Faith is the substance of things that are hoped for and the evidence of things that are not seen. So it's there. So whether you believe the lie or not, it's there. And if you aren't where you want to be, And if you don't feel like you are enough, then obviously you're believing the lie. So we're going to put an X on that. We're no longer going to believe the lie. We're going to be a faith, right? We're going to be substance. We're going to be essence. So even moving beyond that, I want to ask you a question. And this is a did you know question. And you can let me know whether or not you believe and you understand what it is that I'm trying to say, right? The male releases anywhere from 2 to 5 milliliters of swimmers, right? And in those 2 to 5 milliliters of swimmers are 100 per 1 milliliter of swimmers. So that means 200 million to 500 million swimmers are released, but only one makes it. You are one in 200 to 500 million swimmers. So I ask you, if you were enough to get here, why don't you believe it? You're here. And you guys know with everything that we've gone through in this pandemic, you're still here. Many of us served our time. Many of us left our essence. Many of us left things here for the rest of us to pick up and move forward in. In my chapter in this amazing compilation with all of these authors, I talk about you being enough to leave your legacy. You are one in anywhere from 200 million to 500 million swimmers, and you're here. You need to be faith. You're here for a reason. All right? So the second thing I wanted you to get from that is that you are one among millions that made it. The third thing that I want for you to understand from this is you are here for a reason. You are the answer. As Dr. Cheryl said when she first opened all of this up, someone somewhere is waiting for you to do what you have been purposed to do. This is my spin on what she said. Someone somewhere is waiting for you to do what you have been purposed to do so that they can know they can too, so that they can believe it, so they can be faith, so they can answer their own call, their own purpose, their own vision. You are the answer, but not until you believe it. And I'm not talking about believe the lie. I'm talking about until you be it. You have to think beyond where you are right now and operate. There's this lie that's running around that says, fake it till you make it. Nah, let's not do that. Let's just believe. Let's just be faith and do what we were purposed to do. You are 1 in 200 to 500 million. And if you don't believe me, start serving. Now, I heard someone leave a message here, and it said something about they feel a little selfish. Let me tell you what Zig Ziglar says. Zig Ziglar says if you help enough people get what they want, by default, you'll get what you want. I put my own spin on that, and I say I selfishly serve. So if you have a problem with being selfish, change your thought process. Be selfish and serve, because the more you serve others, the more you actually will serve yourself. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton. I'm a brand master, and I enjoy serving. I enjoy helping people realize they are the answer, but I can't help you until you believe. So let's look at the word belief, and let's look at the word be, and let's put an X on that lie, right? And let's be faith. Let's be substance. Let's be the evidence that's not even seen. Why? Because it's your vision. What you were purposed for was purposed in you. What you want to do, what you dream to do, what you desire to do, what you hunger for, all of that was purposed for you. And the reason you may not be getting anywhere, like I wasn't, I was looking around trying to figure out who was going to help. Trust me, I am the answer. You are the answer, but not until you believe it. So I challenge you today. Look around. Figure out what you love to do, what your purpose to do, what you desire to do, what you dream to do, and do it. Be it. Be the evidence. Be the substance. Be faith. That's my time for today, and I really appreciate you opening your mind and your thoughts and being available to receive this information. Thank you so much for your time.
Wow. I mean, first of all, just look at the chat. Go back and look at the chat, Martina, because they are loving it. Yes, Mommy said you are 1 in a million. There are a whole lot of wow, hallelujahs in the chat. Tanisha said that's good. Lisa said loving this. Serena said powerful and so true. Yeah. So make sure you go back because this clearly, your message clearly resonated with a lot of our participants today. You guys, this is what we do. And when we are showing our love to our speakers, you will hear Dr. Cheryl Wood for the next 3 days saying, give some hand claps and some stats to our speaker. And we'll do that after every speaker. Why? Because we gotta let people know the impact they're making on us. I cannot emphasize this enough. That none of us are promised. So we've got to give people their flowers today. Don't put them on my grave. Okay, that's yeah. I can't see them then. I need them while I'm here. So if you enjoyed that presentation, if there's something, even if it was just one nugget or takeaway, then I want you to go ahead and give her a hand clap, snap. You can type the word, clap. You can type the word, snap, or you can actually put the emojis in there, whatever works for you. But let Martina know that she served you well with her topic. You are the answer, but not until you believe it. And of course, we want to remind you that the bulk of our engagement with our is over. If Martina, she's excited. You excited, Martina? You got to mute yourself. I love it. These speakers are fired up. Y'all don't even understand. They were preparing and practicing and planning. They couldn't wait to get here and serve you guys. So make sure that you go to our main hub for this conference, which will allow you to stay engaged with us even after today. Right? So right now, there are a lot of you who are here in Zoom, and I love that you are typing your feedback.
So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to see if I can get her muted for just a moment, because you guys know I am here for the whole kid and caboodle. I am excited to be here. I'm excited to share and to serve, but I'm even more excited to get some more good. Okay, so thank you for joining me, Taniki. Thank you for joining me, Nona. So good to see you, Cassie. If you did not give Facebook the opportunity to say, hey, I can't see who you are, so thank you, Facebook user. If you want to come over and join us, you're available to join us on Facebook. You can register and come into the Zoom at You Are Enough Conference. You get this beautiful guide. I didn't print mine out in full color. I currently have it here printed in black and white. You get this amazing guide. Don't miss the guide. Go register. It's free. Why don't you register? Go register. YouAreEnoughConference.com and get this 7-page full color gorgeous guide, as well as 11 reasons, 11 ways to believe in yourself. The tips on, look, I'm not even gonna help y'all. Go register. YouAreEnoughConference.com. Get this guide, print it out, take your notes, hear from some amazing speakers, guys. Get this information. It's free. There's no reason why you wouldn't, okay? And get on to this platform. We're in the Facebook group also. If you enjoyed my information, definitely reach out to me and let me know how I can help you understand how you are the answer, but not until you believe. Until you mark out that lie and you actually be faith, there's nothing you can do. You'll just be here existing. You won't be evidencing, okay? You won't be substancing. You won't be showing people how, when, where, why you are the answer. You won't be serving, right? And it's okay to serve, because as you heard me say, Zig Ziglar says, if you serve enough people, if you help enough people get what they want, by default, you'll get what you want. So if you're trying to get somewhere in life, if you're trying to go somewhere in life, if you're trying to get some things done, if you're trying to dream, meet some desires, meet some goals, meet some visions, then you need to start serving, right? You need to start serving. You need to start selfishly serving, selfishly serving. so that you can get to the end of your goals and dreams. So join us over here on the conference, youareenoughconference.com. I'm getting ready to jump on here and listen to Jackie. That's my girl. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for your time.